time. I used to beg ChatGPT. Anytime I put in a prompt, please,
But there's
I'll put it this way.
someone I know
please,
that does that too. I
but
think, I
you
don't
know,
know.
I'll put this.
you know, I read online
So that when they take over the world,
Sam said that using the word please cost them a lot of money.
well, that's their business.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode on Behind the Build. I have my not so humble co-hosts with me, Sheo. Yeah, welcome guys.
I'm very humble. Yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
humble.
Like, yeah.
Very
Not
humble.
humble.
How? Why did you say so?
I am not humble.
I'm always humble, calm, cool-headed.
But
very
I'm also humble. I'm not. Yes, I'm not proud.
Anyways,
I have a
All
humble.
designers are proud.
No, I'm not one
you
of.
guys are proud.
I'm not.
You guys are proud.
What is? Give me one instance.
No, she'll that say you cannot, work for free.
Eh,
Why
that's
should I work
that's
for
you.
free? Am I a slave? Even slaves say they give them food. I'm not a slave now.
But that's
Work
you.
for free.
I mean, I didn't say that.
Okay, guys, today we are going to be talking about AI. There's a lot of things that have been going on about AI in the industry.
Take our jobs.
Yeah, it wants to take our jobs. He wants to take your job. He wants to take, So let's look at how AI, play the roles AI plays in the design industry. Let's call it vibe designing, right? The way they used to say vibe coding, right? So, what do you think, or what would you say is the definition of vibe designing?
It depends. It depends on the angle you're looking at it from.
Okay.
But from my own point of view, I see it as a skill that just helps maybe designer to get things out there fast. So
Yeah.
just cut through all those
Addition.
coding parts.
Yeah.
You're just, as you're designing, and it's helping you to just do the whole back end.
Mhm.
Let's say Framer. We actually have all these things before. Something like no code. You're already doing this stuff before the whole vibe coding terms came into play. So you already know code. Like, I think Framer was doing something like that before. And I think we have, before Figma Make, we have some other tools that are already doing all this vibe coding already. But AI now coming into play just change a lot of things.
Bringing
in new terms and new things.
So that's why we now have vibe coding, vibe design.
Vibe design. But we already have them, but they're not big out there. But now it's not a big deal.
And I think that also because of, so at least on the good side of it is, it helps you with, it helps shorten time of execution.
Yeah.
Yes, it's quick because all you need to do is just put a prompt and then it gets things done for you. So from that angle, it helps in terms of ideation, proof of concept and things like that. It sort of helps you shorten time as opposed to the traditional way initially where it's linear. All of, you have to do this before you do this, before you do that to get a desired outcome. But one of the things that does for you is that it helps you shorten time, helps you prove
speed.
Yeah, and then helps you prove, even if you're like, okay, maybe there's a block somewhere, design block somewhere, and you're trying to just figure something out. So it just helps you with that. I won't say 100% clarity, just give sort of like, okay, a direction as to prove and test, what you are thinking about. And
So sorry, I want to say something. So can we say no code? Because I know I mentioned no code when I was trying to explain my own definition. Can we say no code is also like AI? When I say no code, that's you designing and sending it to domain.
And then it just becomes like.
Can we also call that AI? But now, vibe coding, you are just typing in prompts and it's giving you design straight up. But before that, we usually just design and you just create domain. That's what Framer, that I mentioned Framer initially.
Yes.
Can we also call that?
Because you're still vibe designing, you're sending in prompt, but the no code part is that you're not giving a prompt at that time.
Yeah.
Because the new AI, the new wave of AI now is you need to start sending prompts and then they give you
just giving
feedbacks based on the
immediately.
But then you were not sending prompts. So we can still call it vibe
because you're actually making your work easier.
Because they have templates. I don't know. That no.
Yeah, they
so
have
like you have a plethora of templates that you can use to. So I think in a way it's also because AI is. I think AI is broad.
Yeah.
So it has. So we can actually say because there's a template that already works for it. So it's more like a plug and play thing for the template part. Whereby okay, this is a template. If it doesn't totally suit what you want, then you edit it and make it serve the purpose in which you want it to serve. So I would say in a way it is, or maybe it even is AI. It's just not as loud as what we have now, where everybody's saying, "Oh, vibe code." So I think it is.
Okay. So one thing, do you think over relying on AI will help you as a design person? Now, what I mean is that, the normal processes today is that you get your brief and then you do your proper design research, right? Before you even start, putting things on your computer or trying to create sketches. Now, but we now have vibe designing. So do you think over relying on those vibe designing will help over time, or that they are just shortening your creativity as a designer?
I think that, okay, for me, I don't think that, it also depends on how people use these AI tools in their work, in their daily process. Because before you mentioned something about because you need to actually do research, a level of research first. Because even if you want to put the prompt, you need to do a level of research first. And even if you want to use these AI tools to also help you with this research, but for you to be able to even prompt these AI tools to get the set of maybe experience or interface that you want, you need to do a level of research, which of course using AI also helps with that as well to, help you with different things. So I would say that it's not a bad thing. It actually, at least there are pros and cons to everything. Let's establish that first of all. Sure. So it's now how the designer is intelligent enough to use it, because there's a possibility of being lazy, whereby you're just giving everything to AI to get an outcome for you, and then you're now over reliant on that it now kind of makes you not so relevant, and it shapes your own creativity. Yes. So, but if you are able to use it in a way that is just to improve upon what you have or help, fantastic. Because the truth is you're still going to be the one to get the finals, do the work. Even if AI generates a proof of concept for you in terms of interface now, you still get to be the one to determine what works and what doesn't work. Especially for organizations or you personally that you have like a design system or what's this thing called now? What's that thing called again now that you use? Like you have I can't remember this thing now. No, not SOP. Before you start your design, before you start your design, you have like these elements where you have your buttons, your font, your typography,
your
style guide, and something like that. Yes. So if you have all of those things, AI may not necessarily be able to help you shape your image. Depends on it depends on how they do that. It depends. Not even using it just depends on how you use AI tool as a whole into your own design process and creativity.
I think the most important thing is don't let AI make decisions for you.
Don't let it take your job.
Don't let don't let you make decisions for you. You can be the decision maker. Basically, let AI see AI as an assistant to everything you do. When you prompt it, you are letting you know that I'm still in charge, but I just want to speed up my work. I want things to be fast, and I want your opinion, but I will still make the final decision. That's why I prompt AI. And I feel in the next few, I don't want to say years, months, they will start putting AI into our process. Not even people are already putting it, like official. Now it's personal. Some companies are still shy away from it, but now it's going to be mandatory. You have to use AI.
Some organizations would even ask
when you are doing your research, when you are doing your ideating, when you are prototyping AI, you must use AI, because now speed is very important in software development. And performance. So you being in charge of AI will actually bring that to you.
So which also leads me to my next concern. Now, AI gives you beautiful interfaces. right?
No,
yeah, because I was
depends on how
going to
you
say
prompt. That's another thing. I think
It depends on how
it
you
depends.
prompt.
prompting too is going to be a skill very soon.
Yes.
It depends on
but
how you prompt.
eventually you get something that looks good, something beautiful.
I've tried it.
Based on your colors, all those things.
I've done it. You won't get it. It depends on how you prompt, and you have to give it like a reference, something. Form.
If you have
and then keep tweaking the prompts, like whatever you keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking.
Even it doesn't have emotions, you know.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen instances where AI was giving me red button, giving me all these sharp colors. That is where decision making that comes in.
Then I feed in your colors.
Exactly.
Yes, and I think another thing, maybe of course that's also a prompting thing too. Another thing I also have experienced is whereby depending on the flow, sometimes the flows are not complete.
Yes, definitely.
The flows are never complete. Especially maybe when you need to create something, or the flows are never complete. To just give you like
you need to keep prompting.
Yes,
right. You need to keep prompting, telling you what to do, what to give you,
and keep refining and refining.
It's a robot.
And so you're like steering the wheel.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like the driver. Yeah.
But over time, right? The more you use a particular AI tool, the more it knows about what
it learns for more.
Yeah, it learns.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's why artificial intelligence.
You
get.
Learning.
Over time, you don't even need to tell AI what color you need.
By ChatGPT, the same thing. You need. Yeah.
Do you get?
Well, like you said,
sometimes you have to feed it to your system. If you feed it to your design system,
initially,
you already know.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. So I kind of think that over reliance on AI might help over time. However,
true.
You just need to, as a designer, you just need to, make sure that you balance your creativity as well as the prompts that AI is giving to you.
Yes.
You have to. You
take charge. If you don't take charge, you just end up like that movie, iRobot. You just take over the world. That's why most times I used to beg ChatGPT. Anytime I put in a prompt, please, I'll put it easy.
There's someone I know that does that too.
I'll put it easy.
I read online that
when they take over the world.
Sam said that using the word please costs them a lot of money.
Well, that's their business.
I'm curious, how does it cost them a lot of money?
When you add more words to prompts, it charges you more. Like credit, it's not as if the word.
Is that what he means?
No, it's not the word please. I don't think. Is it the word?
He said the word please. So I'm trying to understand how it costs them more money.
So even for me,
I think it was a joke. I saw that stuff.
Because I'm wondering how does using the word please cost you more money.
I honestly have no idea, but
it's a joke.
It's something that we should definitely.
But I know that the more words you use while prompting costs more credit. Yeah. Use more credit. But beg them more so that in case they take over the
like, oh, you are an empathic.
I was not sending you message anyhow.
I was not begging you.
I was begging you, please.
But I thought we said the AI doesn't have emotion. So how does that play?
They are still learning. They might get to that point. They have emotion. They are still learning.
So, but a quick and important question.
Yeah.
So, do you think that the results or the feedback that AI gives you, are they very good at compared to the proper usability testings? Right. So, if AI gives you a particular feedback, if you compare that to your own personal research or customer usability, like, do you think that is top notch, 100%, or there's still some fault in it?
I will still say it depends on how you prompt it.
Okay.
How you prompt depends. So will I say depends, or how you prompt gives you what's the word? The kind of feedback you get. Okay. That's what I was looking for. The kind of feedback you get. So your prompting determines your feedback.
Okay.
If you give it rubbish prompt, it will give you rubbish answer. Yeah, I've tried it before. Yes, it will give it. But if you structure it, what I even do is sometimes I get prompt from another AI to use.
Yeah, prompts. You prompt your prompts.
If I want to do Figma, like if I want to do anything on Figma, I get my prompt from ChatGPT.
And then you feed it to Figma.
I give it to, you can put it in Figma.
Yeah, actually. Okay. Yeah. I do that too, whereby you have to, like you said, you have to direct what the AI to do for you. So you paint a scenario in which, okay, this is what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And all of those things. And this is the tool I want to use to achieve this. So do, the prompting. So yes, the prompting is, I agree with you about, it depends on how you prompt. For usability testing, it depends on how
I've seen a lot of
people,
online say, oh, I've coded this, I've designed this, I've done in 3 days, 2 days. And I'm like curious, okay, how many times did you, prompt to get the actual results that you got, to give you that comfort or that confidence that say, okay, you know what, this is good to go. Do you get?
You prompt many times. For me, there was a project I was working on. I had to prompt many times, but most times I get most of my.
And you were comfortable with your result.
Yeah, you can't get one good result at once. You have to prompt many times. You have to keep refining until you get what you want. So it's not easy like that. So you need to have that knowledge of how to prompt to before you can get like 100%. I will not say 100%, but to some level of satisfaction that you want. I will not say 100% because I see it will take it back to Figma. You know, Figma Maker can take to Figma and tweak the way you want.
Yeah. True.
And I noticed that AI doesn't use auto layout for most of the design. It's frame. And I have problem with that. I don't realize
what are the problems?
Auto layout.
Auto layout is easy.
It's hard for me to edit it. So Figma people should try.
How were you designing in the world without auto layout?
That was before. You know, when you see the light, you don't go back.
You don't go back to that.
But auto layout has been for a while now. I am done.
So, like 3 years ago, like 3 years, 4 years ago.
Like it's just like Seun said.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You mean why are you not using the formal tools you were using before?
Exactly.
Because of
when you see something that is easy now, you will continue. You don't want to go back to hardship now. That's life.
You don't want to struggle.
No, I don't want to struggle. Forward ever. Keep going.
All right, cool. So we all agree that AI is here to stay.
Definitely.
Yes, so that's 100%. You don't have choice.
Definitely. It's still going to be more. Like, I think we're just scratching the surface with AI.
Yeah, definitely.
There's still a lot more.
However, we need to also put into context market. Now, I'll give you a very good example. So you want to buy design, right? Mm-hmm. And in the Nigerian way or the Nigerian mentality, you want a minimalistic design. You don't want to overcrowd maybe your home page or your dashboard. Let's even talk about the mobile app, for instance. Now, that is Nigerian way. Or if you go to another part of the world, China, right? If you look at the dashboard of Chinese apps, it is complex. Like the company to overload.
You know the country or the industry?
Did you just say Nigeria like minimalistic?
Yeah.
No,
Nigeria like minimalistic.
No.
When Dami said it, I was trying
I
to
don't
agree. It's not Nigeria. When you said Nigeria, I was thinking in my head like, okay, does Nigeria really like minimalist design?
No. So
maybe e-commerce.
Is it a country thing or an industry thing?
It's a country thing. Yeah. And I'll tell you, compare
Nigerians don't like minimalistic design.
I don't
worked with a lot of.
Okay,
so are you coming from the angle that
they want popping? They want it to pop.
Use this real estate better. You know, all those kind of feedbacks that you get when you give a Nigerian business owner a minimalistic design and tell you, there are lots of white spaces. Yeah, the use of the white.
I get that feedback. Yes.
Yeah. So is that the angle that you're coming from?
Yes, they want it to pop.
The pop is different.
Realistic is where you are using maybe like 2-3 colors.
Yeah.
Nigerians don't want that. They want more than that. They want color up and down. They want you to this.
And I don't think they want
sometimes they want animation. They want picture.
And they don't want it to be scanty. They don't want the landing page to like you were talking about. I don't.
Yeah. So if you compare Nigeria, for instance, and then compare to China,
I think they are similar. They have that similarities of.
Personally, I would say no.
Because I've seen some Chinese websites. Yes, I've seen.
Have you opened Alibaba?
It's similar to what we have. That's what I'm saying. Similar.
Give an example.
Jumia.
No, guys, I don't think it's a Nigerian thing. I think it is an industry.
You know, we are looking at the e-commerce industry.
Yes, I think it's an industry thing. I don't think it's country.
Even our banks, my own opinion. Have you seen our banks apps?
Some banks are extremely simple.
It's not simple.
Balance, call to actions, and then transaction.
Maybe our definition of simple is different. Yeah?
Maybe.
Because I know the bank app that is actually not. It's actually a Nigerian bank app that's actually complex. I don't want to mention.
Like maybe sometime on this show.
So it's for me. To me, I don't think it's a country thing. I think it's an industry thing, in my own opinion. I don't think it's country. Like e-commerce
overload.
Yeah, like in terms of minimalist. Yes. E-commerce is
you
one.
Want to shop quickly.
Yes, e-commerce has a lot of information. As you like on the landing page, a lot of.
Have you not seen Amazon? Like there's this structure to it.
I'm not just saying in terms of when Dami was talking about.
I don't know if you've seen it. Like,
yeah, I've seen ASOS. ASOS is minimal. I think ASOS is minimal.
Yeah, it's minimal.
ASOS is minimal.
So, okay, ASOS is minimal, but that's not in Nigerian market.
Look at
Alibaba.
Alibaba and ASOS now. Can you see the difference?
The difference, yeah, it's a lot.
Which clothing brand do we have in Nigeria can use as an example?
Clothing brand?
Yes, clothing brand, Nigerian clothing brand. Website that we can use to compare. I don't think I can think of anyone. Are we that bad?
No, I think one.
They have a website.
Yeah, they have website. Yeah.
Shop.
Yes, now like
there's Mr. Bayo, there's MD.
I think there's
that's the website. Like comparing it. Is this very simple?
Yeah, it's simple. It's simple.
What are we comparing now?
So, Cyril is given
I'm just trying
to between
compare fashion brand, Alibaba, ASOS, and any Nigerian brand. Yeah.
Just talking about the e-commerce industry.
But I think it's just, it has to do with personal preference and the kind of people you've worked with. Okay. But me, I'm still standing on my ground, and Nigeria don't like minimalistic design.
I don't think Nigerians do. I don't. Not 100%, not fully.
Light color.
I'm wondering, who are you guys about?
It's not popping.
I don't think 100% Nigerians.
It's too simple. I've even heard it's too simple. Sorry, Dola. It's too simple. It's too simple.
Too simple.
Like as a feedback.
Yes, as a feedback. Want something
but I'm sure that you've also had a feedback
definitely.
Like that. Hey, what about it being too simple? It's not looking bland. It's just there. Those are some of the feedbacks that you get. Yeah. Which are not critical feedbacks. They're just feedbacks that's yeah.
Okay, so, but in essence, what we are just trying to say, and let's bring it back to the whole topic of today, which is AI and vibe designing, right? So, it depends on, for me, it just depends on your industry, right? And also, I will still say it again, it might depend on the country as well, right? So, the way you design for a Nigerian is going to be different from the way you design for a resident in UK.
I agree.
Right, a resident in, other continents. Do you get?
Yeah.
So again, AI will still play this role, right, for you as a designer, right? Try to understand your niche, trying to understand your market, and maybe trying to understand your country.
The country, the terrain.
You get. So all in all, it still boils down to how you prompt and your creativity as a designer. Because if they give you garbage, if you garbage in, you garbage out. Just like Shion said.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some comparisons, right? So traditional workflows. Right, design. I'm talking about design workflows now.
And when you say workflow, are you talking about design processes?
Yeah, design processes.
Okay.
And then AI assisted processes. Now, which one do you think will supersede? Because traditional, you are still following your manual processes, which is very important. Right, you need your user research. Very, very important. However, you might decide you don't want to do research and just go into AI directly. However, you might also have done your research and then feed your research into AI prompts to get, feedbacks. So how do you balance both? Right? Do you think you should follow your traditional processes or follow your traditional process and then bring it back to AI?
So I would say that. so I would say I would answer this way. I think first of all, it depends on maybe outcome, because they both have so process differ between the traditional and the AI assisted, and it's just in the process. One is linear, the other is not so linear.
Yeah.
The linear being which is the traditional one, you have to do something before you do another thing, then you do another thing, which is of course so it has like a rigid process. You have to do your research first. From there, you do your mood boards, all of those things. And then, of course, the time it takes to do all of that, it takes a longer time to get that done. And then I would say also, so there's the cost, the approach, the structure for AI. But then what's the... so that too has its own space in terms of, okay, when should you use or experiment with the traditional approach? It depends on the project that you're trying to work on. It may be how robust it is and things like that. Okay. Then for the AI, that one is pretty much straightforward. It saves you time. Okay. It's a prompt away.
There's something I'm going to read.
It saves you time. There's the prompt. So the approach is different. It's like prompting. Yeah. So you don't necessarily need to have like a research done. And you may have one, because if you say that, okay, this is the idea, if with an idea, AI
better.
Yeah, with an idea. All AI need is just an idea to get at least things done for you. But what research does is it helps you narrow what you're working on. And I think it gives it more authenticity than just putting up things out there.
Now, based on your experience, right, in the Nigerian industry, do you think they give more time for user research? Or they just want you to jump on your laptop and that's,
I think it depends on the project you're working on. From my own experience, I would say it depends on what they're trying to quickly ship out. The timeline also. So there's some time that they want to work on project maybe for next year, for 2 years, and they'll give you that freedom to do as much. Yeah, it depends. It depends on where you are working, depends on the project you are working on. There's some project that they want you to do in depth, don't to go in depth, like do proper research, proper quantitative analysis, all those things. Yeah. But there are some things that, we want to quickly ship out next month to skip, just do like quick, maybe survey, design, just something quick and just, so it depends.
So but PMs also play a role in this because research is not only for designers.
Yeah, most times you collaborate.
And I think PM starts the work.
Yeah, they start because
they are the ones that are like they are the ones in charge of the project. So they need to at least start do the groundwork first, do your research. This idea is even worth solving in the first place. Is it something that's, so all of those things needs to be in place first. And then there's not the part of aligning with the designer. And then based on of that, the designer too would do his or her research to get.
So, but I think they should also work together at some point because.
Yes, they should. They definitely now. It's like.
You have to work together.
As a designer, you do your own research, PM.
That's where.
And then you can also combine.
Design workshop comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Design jams.
You still bring in engineers too at some point so that you can see the technical.
But I think design jam is usually done with designers.
Yeah,
not sometimes.
I think most times.
Yeah, you can bring.
It's not you cannot bring because bringing other people gives it more. What's that thing now? That the collaboration is more, and then it gives more
room for ideas.
Yeah, room for ideas, and then it makes it better than making it very one-sided.
Okay, so fantastic, guys. I think we should also put this out there. Let people tell us how they use AI, how they prompt AI. Did they think that AI is going to take the job of designers? Do you guys think AI will take your jobs? Right? If so, leave a comment in the comment section. If not, tell us why. We are very open to listening. Right? So please, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social medias behind
the video.
Subscribe, like,
comment,
subscribe, comment, share, family members,
not only family members, family, friends,
share with your colleagues, share with your enemies,
your managers, your stakeholders, share with everybody.